Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the That Tub Guy podcast. We have a returning guest today. This is Autumn with TubToday. Autumn shared a great story with me this morning. Actually even showed me some text messages with a client out of state who ordered a TubToday walk-in bathtub. She'll get into it, but it was super cool. Really positive feedback. These folks had just installed their bathtub and mom was taking a bath, faucet was flowing, they sent pictures, it was beautiful. They were like, how can we support you? Can we write a review? And I was just, everybody, the TubToday team, myself, everybody was just like, really, that's what it's all about. So without further ado, Autumn, let's get into this.
Thanks for having me again. This is awesome. I'm excited to be here. Hi guys, good to see you all again. I wanted to create this video because I have been speaking with a lot of you guys about your walk-in bathtub journey. And I figured I would make it a little bit easier, kind of putting together a consolidated video with the steps I think you should take when trying to figure out what bathtub works best for you, what features you may or may not want. So let's get into building out some bathtubs.
All right, so Autumn, we are at the TubToday website, tubtoday.com.
So what I'd like to do is I'm always going to have everybody who calls me go to tubtoday.com so we can start looking at what all of the models are that are available to you. That's where I'm going to have everybody start every single time. And so, yes, if you could please go to tubtoday.com and then navigate to our walk-in bathtub page. And on here, you are going to see all of our different models that are available to you. So let's go ahead and get started here. First, we're going to start with our inward swing walk-in bathtub models. You'll see those. It's like the first 5 at the top there. Those are all going to have an inward swing door on them. They're all different sizes and configurations, so you'll want to make sure you're looking at that when you're reviewing those tubs. But if you like the look of the inward swing bathtub, you'll see how beautiful and modern they are. They've got all of your great features in them, but a great bathtub for any bathroom that requires an inward swing door. So these are the models that you're going to want to focus on if your bathroom requires you to have an inward swing door.
This is a great image of an inward swing door bathtub. So this bathtub, when you step into it, the door is going to swing into the bathtub. You can follow this link right at the top to take you to my channel, and that'll really give you an idea of what an inward swing door is like when you get in and out of the tub versus an outward swing. You would typically use an inward swing door if you had some obstacles like a toilet or a vanity right next to your bathtub and you just didn't have the clearance for the outward swing door. Now, Autumn, I've heard you say in the past that if someone's not sure, they can send you pictures of their bathroom and you can help them figure out like this would work, this wouldn't work.
Exactly, yes. I will request for somebody to text me a photo of their bathroom if they need or would like an opinion on if they should do an inward or an outward swing door. Me personally, I will always recommend an outward swing door if the bathroom will allow for it. It's just look through what your options are here and figure out what models you like, which ones you don't like.
Okay, so I'm a homeowner. I just called you. I leave with a little bit of homework, and any questions I had, you already answered. Look at these bathtubs. Come back with 2 or 3 that you really like, and also text message me a couple pictures of your bathroom. So when we talk tomorrow or the next day, we've really got like some good tangible data. We're going to look and we're going to figure out what the perfect tub is.
All right, so next we're going to jump into my favorite line, which is going to be our outward swing model walk-in bathtubs. You're going to see, you already know my favorite is the Capri. You're also going to see our Monaco, which is a very popular model with you guys. The only difference between the Capri and the Monaco is going to be the width of the bathtub. The Capri is a 30-inch wide walk-in bathtub, whereas the Monaco is a 32-inch wide walk-in bathtub. Otherwise, they are completely the same. And you already know they have all my favorite features in all the right places.
You've got multiple different widths, which is really unique and amazing that you guys offer these. But folks may be sitting there thinking, I need to go extra big, or, they may have some reason in their mind on how they're going to pick what size tub. So I always suggest, first and foremost, measure the width, and you can see my mouse on the screen. So if this was your existing bathtub, you're going to measure from the back wall to the front of the bathtub. In most homes, that's 30 inches. So first and foremost, try to match the size that you already have, the space. So this Capri is a 30-inch tub. It would be a perfect fit. The next thing you want to look at is the seat width, because when you get in the bathtub, you want it to be wide enough where you're comfortable. So the Capri is a very wide seat. It's 20 inches wide. You want to sit down in a chair like your lazy boy chair or even a dining room chair, wherever, and just hold a tape measure on top of your lap. And what you want to do is set the tape measure at 20 inches and just lay it on top of your lap. That's going to tell you the width of when you're sitting in the bathtub, so you'll know if you're going to be comfortable in it. If you feel like you need extra width, go to the next size up. Go to the Monaco, or talk to Autumn and say, hey, you know what? I need 4 more inches of width. Can you recommend a bathtub that'll work for me? These are the kind of things that are really going to make sure that Autumn puts you in the perfect bathtub. You don't want to right off the bat go with the biggest bathtub that you can fit necessarily, because if you're a petite person in a huge bathtub, you're just going to have to wait for extra water to fill up your bathtub. In addition, bigger bathtubs, if you're not displacing a lot of that water with your body size, then you're going to be using more hot water, and potentially you may need a bigger hot water heater. If we fit your bathtub to you and to your bathroom, you're just going to have such a great bathing experience. You're going to be so happy.
Great point on that, too. I just want to make sure I repeat that. My main goal when I talk to you guys on the phone, my main goal is to make sure that we are picking out the best bathtub for you in your bathroom. That is my ultimate goal when I work with anybody over the phone. I want you to be 150% happy with the bathtub that you end up ordering. Other favorite line, which is our transfer series. And those are the tubs that we're moving the mouse over right now so you can see those. These are the best walk-in bathtub for anybody who has limited mobility. So easy to get in and out of these bathtubs. If you are in a wheelchair, if you use a walker, anything like that, this bathtub line is going to be the perfect thing for you.
I love these bathtubs. You don't even have to step in. You just sit down, swing your legs in. They're awesome.
Exactly, yes. There's a couple of different ways you can get in and out of this bathtub.
So with the transfer bathtub, of course, you're probably going to be considering, okay, do I have room for this door to swing open in my bathroom? It's 36 inches wide from right here to right here. So from the hinge to the outward edge of the door. To determine if you have the clearance for this door, there's going to be a couple things you're going to want to do. You're going to want to stick your tape measure on the back wall of your existing bathtub, so right back here on like the big tiled wall, and then you're going to measure out. It's going to be the width of the bathtub plus the 36 inches. So the 30-inch model, of course, is 30 inches from here to here, plus a 36-inch door, so that would be 66 inches of uninterrupted clearance. Now, some folks have that. Lots of master bathrooms have. You may be replacing the big jetted bathtub and you've just got room for days. You don't have to think about anything else. You've got the 66 inches. What if you're in an older home or a more standard bathroom that maybe has a bathtub with a toilet or a vanity next to it right here, and then, maybe the next vanity or whatever's over here, and you've got some clearance issues. With all walk-in bathtubs, they're designed for you to easily and without much labor at all reverse the plumbing from one side of the bathroom or the tub space to the other side of the tub space. Just route the drain lines right over the top of the deck and drop into your P-trap. It's very easy. We can help, Autumn and her team can help explain that to your installers. But in that situation, your bathtub door would actually just swing over the top of the toilet and land at 180 degrees parallel to the wall. Send pictures to Autumn and her team. If you feel you have a need for the transfer bathtub, she can help determine, even if you have a tight bathroom, potentially the transfer model could still work for you. If you're in that big master bathroom, then it's a no-brainer, no problem at all, make it work. If you are at home and you're working with the tape measure and you want to determine, will this standard outward swing tub work in my bathroom? You are going to measure, same as the transfer, off the back wall. You're going to go first the width of the tub, so that's going to be 30 inches on the Capri, 32 inches on the Monaco, and different tubs have different dimensions. Then all of the outward swing door bathtubs use the same door, and it's 20 inches. So you're going to want to determine a little bit more complicated, but you're going to measure 10 inches off of a wall, which is this section of the tub right here. Then you're going to pivot your tape measure off of your existing bathtub, make it 20 inches long, and kind of pivot it out as if you're replicating the swing of the door. And that'll tell you exactly how it's going to interfere with, say, a toilet or a vanity. But this dimension is 20 inches for the door. If you're tight to the wall, this dimension is 10 inches. So 30 inches out, or just put it right on the edge of your existing bathtub, which is a 30-inch tub likely, and then a 20-inch door swing. So here is a really good example. What I did is I navigated, and we'll show you how to do this, over to the TubToday past projects to their gallery. But this is a bathtub that was installed by TubToday, by your team. And what they did, you can see there's a couple signs that the plumbing used to be on this wall. One, it's built out about 6 inches, so this is where they would have concealed the plumbing. So also plumbing walls are always consistent: vanity, toilet, shower head, and shower valve. So you guys reversed the plumbing, which means you took the plumbing from the left side to the right side. And is this something you guys do a lot of?
Yes, we do it a lot. And in this bathroom specifically, the reason why we ended up reversing the plumbing, just so you guys can have this in your mind when determining the layout you want for your space, is think about getting into the bathtub. You want to be able to have the space to step into your tub. If we did not reverse the plumbing in this bathroom, the area you would step into your bathtub would be then next to the toilet. How awkward and uncomfortable to try and get into that space. So instead, we reverse the plumbing so that the opening to the bathtub where you step into the bathtub is now in front of the toilet, so you've got plenty of room to roam. And that is why it's important to figure out what configuration is good for your space.
And the idea is that there are so many homes, especially older homes, that are traditionally constructed with this 12-foot deep by 5-foot wide bathroom, vanity, toilet, walk-in bathtub. Walk-in bathtubs are unique in that they are manufactured, especially the TubToday walk-in bathtubs with their quad port drains, where you easily can pipe right off the back and then drop into your P-trap even if you're on a concrete slab, up in a high rise, in a mobile home, a single family home, it's so simple. So you just pipe off the back, boom, you've got a nice, easy entrance. These things are all about mobility and accessibility. So the extra hour it takes on your installation to get this thing so you are not having to navigate around the toilet to get in and out of the bathtub. I mean, it is, if your contractor charges you a little bit more to do it, the bathtub's not going to cost you any more. You order a right versus a left, and you've got a lifetime now of such simpler accessibility into the bathtub.
And before we transfer off of this page, I'm so glad that you just said this, because this is also a great example for us to show you what a right-hand bathtub is when we talk about that over the phone. So we just pulled up a left-hand door and drain transfer walk-in bathtub. You'll see here this new bathtub image on your screen has a left-hand door and hinge. The seat is on the right-hand side. So when you call me and we're talking about door and drain locations, do you want it on the left or the right? That's exactly what we're talking about, is do you want the door hinged on the left or the right-hand side? The seat will be on the opposite side of that. So just keep that in mind when you're figuring out which bathtub is best for your bathroom.
Your customers are calling you for the first time, going through this for the only time they're going to do this, and you're talking a lot of industry, verbiage that may be kind of foreign to them, so absolutely. So your hinges and your faucet are always on the same side, as well as your drain. So your door is going to swing just like your bathroom door, the front door to your home. The doors are going to pivot on the hinges. So for example, this is a left hinge door. It's going to swing out like this. It has the faucet on the left, and the drain is also on the left. So great resource for figuring out what hinge, what drain side, etc. that you need for your walk-in bathtub. So here's like a primary example. You guys have a really nice before and after here. So these folks had their toilet right next to their bathtub. Plumbing is all on the same wall. If you would have put this bathtub in and kept the plumbing on the same side, this door would have been over here. And you would have had to navigate around this toilet to get in and out of the bathtub. So you guys decided to put the plumbing on the left side, and now they're getting in and out of the bathtub right easily. The main walkway into the bathroom, they're walking straight into the bathtub. So beautiful design here, nicely done. Now, if, let's say, someone has a setup like this one at the top, where it's like this one-piece fiberglass unit, and no matter what, they're going to need to put up new walls with it, is that something that they could talk to you about, ordering like one of your TubToday wall surrounds and having their installer or their contractor install it for them?
Yes, absolutely. We can always talk about wall surrounds. We actually have an option for it, which we'll cover later in this video. So yes, absolutely. All right, so now that we've talked about our inward swing models, our outward swing models, our transfer models, now let's get into some of the more unique models. We carry a 2-seater line of walk-in bathtubs here. There's a couple of models in the line, and then the only difference again between these bathtubs are going to be the sizes. So if you're looking for a 2-seater bathtub, we've got them.
I reviewed, when I was doing the tub review for 24 and 25, this bathtub was in the lineup, the Big for Two, and it's awesome. I mean, you got to have the space for it. But when I sit in it, I kind of kick my feet up like I'm reclining in a lazy boy chair. I mean, and you want to talk about jets? Like, this bathtub has the jets. I mean, this is the Cadillac of walk-in bathtubs.
So the next bathtub I want to look at that has a unique shape to it is going to be our front entry walk-in bathtub. And I'm going to let that tub guy kind of walk you through installation scenarios that this tub works in.
Yeah, totally. So this bathtub, I don't know of anybody else who has anything like this. There are so many folks that have a shower stall or a uniquely sized space that they want to put a walk-in bathtub. And I am almost positive that this thing was designed to fit a shower stall. So let's say you have kind of that typical 32 by 32 or 32 by 48, anything less than 60 inches. This bathtub is designed to fit in that space. So you can take out your shower stall. This bathtub will slide right into that pocket. Still want to get the measuring tape out and kind of do some planning so you know what all is going to be involved. But you're not going to have to relocate any walls. You're not going to have to relocate plumbing. This bathtub comes with an extension panel. All the bathtubs do, and it fills in. So let's say this thing is 32 inches wide. So let's say you're doing a 32 by 48, so you've got some space to fill on the left and the right, or just one. You can order 1 or 2 extension kits, and it fills the space as if the bathtub were built from the factory to exactly fit your space. It's really awesome. I know of people who have put these bathtubs, say they have a 2-story home, really limited mobility, they're working with a caretaker now, and they want a bathtub on their first floor so they can just eliminate that safety hazard of the stairs. You could put this in the corner of your dining room. If you have an open basement below, run a waste line over to it and a couple supply lines and an electrical circuit. It's not that bad. Put a little wall surround up on the walls to protect them. You've got a full-blown hydrotherapy bathtub right on your first floor.
The other thing I want to mention about this bathtub, something that I love about our line is the 2-inch drains. This bathtub only has one 2-inch drain with the configuration. That's just what it needs to have. So just keep that in mind when looking at the front entry.
Yeah, and I was kind of evaluating that, and I think the idea or the reason is it's just a smaller bathtub. So, I mean, 2-inch drains on this particular tub, and I think also you have a mobile tub that's like another real small tub for a special space.
Yeah.
We can check that one out, but you just don't need 2-inch drains. This thing, I'm sure, with the huge drain that's on it, the way it's built, it's going to whistle. I mean, it'll be a spectacle when this thing drains. It's going to go.
What a good point. See, this is why it's nice to have some installer perspective. You guys know I am not an installer. Next, I'd like you to go to the top of the screen where our mouse is right now and go to our past projects page.
Okay.
And then you're going to select from this little menu. Of course, look at as many as you want, but for video purposes, you're going to make sure that walk-in tubs is selected. You can go ahead and scroll through and just get some inspiration. See what these tubs look like in a variety of different bathrooms.
Yeah, you have like basically every different scenario is kind of laid out here. All sorts of different, I mean, like you said, it's great inspiration. And I'm sure, again, you know, when you're ordering a walk-in bathtub, you know, Autumn is likely going to be talking about some things that may be new to you. You know, what side's your plumbing on? You know, you're thinking, oh my gosh, what does that even mean? Well, what she means is, where is the faucet and the drain on your existing bathtub? Is it on the left side of your bathroom or the right side of your bathroom? That's going to be one big part of your conversation. And then she's going to be talking about, do we want a right drain, right hinged walk-in bathtub, or a left drain, left hinged walk-in bathtub? And these are decisions that you're going to have to make. But the one thing that is so unique about TubToday is that they are literally going to hold your hand through the whole process, support you, take the time, walk you through it. If it takes a month to figure everything out, whatever it takes, it doesn't matter. Call them just to get info, but they're going to walk you through the whole thing. But this page is really going to give you a great reference to what the heck are we talking about here? What does all this stuff mean? Yeah, this is a really cool picture that you guys have on the website. And a couple of your guys have actually shown me other pictures as well. Now, every walk-in bathtub installation is not like this. Most, 99.99%, when I was talking to Rich, who's actually in this picture right here, he's had to do something like this twice. And he's been doing these for years. I've never had to do anything like this. But here's a great thing. This window popped out, and these guys used this kind of dolly system and whatever. They got the bathtub in the house. So if you've got your heart set on a walk-in bathtub and you just don't think it's going to fit, or you don't think your house can handle it, or you don't think it's something mechanical is not going to work, call TubToday, talk to Autumn, talk to her team, and they're going to figure out a game plan, and I guarantee you that it's much simpler from a contractor's perspective than it is in your own eyes. Even a project like this that looks like, oh my gosh, they ripped the side of the house apart. Let me tell you, I bet you these windows came out in about an hour. I bet you they went back in about an hour. I mean, this hole in the side of the house is a couple hours of work for a contractor. Not a huge deal, but generally, worst case scenario, you have a door or two in your home that need to be pulled off and put back on, and that's the extent of it. All the plumbing, electrical, all that stuff, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Just get the bathtub you love.
So that tub guy, do you have a model in mind that you feel like is the best?
I will tell you, I really like the front entry, but I'm not suggesting that bathtub to
We're going to
most
use the
people.
Capri.
The Capri?
We're going to use
I love
the
Capri.
Because I love the Capri. So next,
So that's it. I love the Capri too. All right, what's next?
So next we're going to go over to Walk-In Tub USA, our other website that basically has all of our walk-in bathtubs on here with their pricing, which is what we all really care about, is how much is this going to cost. So on the Walk-In Tub USA website, once you get here, you're going to see all of our different models right on the home page. And I want you to go ahead and find your favorite model. So for us, for this purpose, we're going to find the Capri. Here she is. And we are going to go through all of the different options that are available to you on this website so that you know what you're looking at, what you're selecting, so that you can build out your walk-in bathtub to be perfect for you. This is where we get to have some fun and customize the bathtub. All right, so we're on the Capri page here, and what I'm always going to have you guys do, well, basically we're just going to follow the options that are all outlined for us right here in front of us. So we're going to start with everybody's favorite, the jetting options. First and foremost, it's important to note that all of our walk-in bathtubs can be ordered as a soaking model walk-in bathtub. It isn't super common because everybody loves jets, but it's always available to you. So soaking means no jets. Next, we've got hydro. Hydro just means water jets. Nothing else in it, just your hydrotherapy.
And if people are kind of curious as they're building this thing out, their pricing kind of updates and changes. So you can, even without talking to Autumn, you from the comfort of your dining room table, sitting around with your family, talking with your kids, you can build out the tub that's right for you and see what the pricing is going to be.
Exactly. We've got hydro jets. Not super common to just pick hydro jets, but it's available to you. The most common jetting option, if you've already spoken to me, you've already heard this. If you haven't, you will hear it. This is our most common jetting option. It's going to be the one that I recommend the most, which is our hydro and air jets. Your hydro jets are, of course, your water therapy. All of your hydro jets on the Capri specifically are along your back here. You already know my favorite, these dedicated hip jets here. They're going to be on your calves. You're going to have them on your feet. So tons of of hydrotherapy in this bathtub. But then you're also going to have our air massage system. The air jets are located around the seat here, and they go around to the other side. They're also on the bidet of the seat, and then they're along the floor of the bathtub as well. What that system does is it introduces air into the bathtub, helps get the water moving around, helps clean the skin and the body. So that is always going to be my go-to recommendation for pretty much everybody that I speak to, is the hydro and air jets.
And it's totally true because, you get the walk-in bathtub because you have limited mobility. And there's going to be days where, your back is stiffer than other days, or maybe you had a knee replacement and it's a little harder to bend over and kind of, get the bottom of your legs clean or to get behind your back. The water jets are going to give you that deep tissue massage. They're going to get the blood flow going. It's going to help with your back and joints. The air system, that's what's going to get all the oils off your skin. It's going to, when you get out of the bathtub after using the air system, you're going to feel like you just had this amazing bath. Super clean. You're going to feel so fresh. You're going to run the water jets for a while. That's going to get you, when you're out of the tub, you're going to be like standing there brushing your teeth like, oh my gosh, I haven't felt this good in so long. And then the air jets are going to have you so clean. You're just going to feel so fresh. I would totally encourage people to do the combo, air and water jets, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. So comes highly recommended. I would recommend it to you as well if we were on the phone. So you guys already know this is going to be our favorite combo. Next option here is going to be hydro. What that means is you're going to have hydro jets only, so no air jets in this, but you're also going to have independent foot massage. What does that mean? That means that when you've got independent foot massage on your bathtub, that you do not have to fill up your bathtub to cover all of your jets. Instead, you'll have a feature where you can fill up your bathtub just to cover your calf jets, and you can soak just your feet and legs in the bathtub and use those therapeutic features. Now, that is a great option for customers that, or for people who might have specific health issues or sore feet and legs after working or standing all day or anything like that.
There is a great example of, a medical need for this. There are a lot of folks who have had procedures, oftentimes upper body procedures, lungs or different things where their doctor says, you cannot get this wet. If you do, we're going to have to change the dressing. In those scenarios, there's a real medical need where the folks, they want to fill up to, the point where they can get wet and keep everything above that dry, but still get the jetting. And this is a beautiful feature because they can, get the walk-in bathtub right now. You get all the safety and accessibility. You can operate the jets on your lower part of your body. And then when you heal, if those dressings are removed, you start filling the bathtub all the way up and you run the full system with both the upper body jets and the lower body jets. It's super versatile.
What a great point. What a great use for the independent foot massage. Next, we're going to have hydro micro. Of course, that means you're going to get your hydro jets, no air jets. Instead, you're going to have micro bubble added onto the bathtub. Micro bubble is one singular jet installed on the bathtub. It comes on its own pump. Microbubble is a great system for people who may have chronic skin issues or chronic skin conditions, because what it does is when you turn on your microbubble jet, it's going to turn your water cloudy. And what it's doing is it produces tiny little microbubbles into the water that go into your skin pores and help lift away any dead skin or anything like that on your skin. So it makes your skin nice and smooth after you use it. It's a great feature, again, for anybody with chronic skin issues. Now, it is, and you'll notice as you're playing with the pricing here, it is a little bit more expensive to have that feature on the bathtub, and you'll notice the difference in pricing, but it's great to have on your bathtub for chronic skin issues.
You know, on the micro pump, one thing I'll throw in there, just kind of on the mechanics and maybe why that expense goes up as much as it does with that system. It's really a pretty complicated system where the water jets, you know, there's quite a bit of labor involved in the tubing and the jetting, but it's a singular pump that circulates the water through the bathtub. The micro jetting is basically a compressor with this external filter that's compressing air and putting it through the superfine filter, and ultimately to get these micron-sized bubbles that can do all of the things that Autumn talked about. So it's a really special system that has no other purpose. I mean, it is a micro bubble system. Where a water pump, of course, you know, they're a little bit a dime a dozen, right? I know you guys use New World pumps and like really great equipment, but it's a water circulation pump. The micro bubble pump is very specific. I mean, it is, you know, a whole piping system on your bathtub. At some point we may get into it, but it requires its own electrical circuit. So no matter what, your bathtub is now going to need an additional electrical circuit. Not such a huge deal, but it does add some installation expense. But this system is very robust. It's a large system. I mean, it takes up a lot of space under the tub. There's a lot to it. So that extra expense that goes along with that system, if you get it, you know, that's going towards all the equipment that's being added to your bathtub. But no, I mean, legitimately, when they first started offering this micro pump, I ran it on an installation and I just put my arm in it for a few minutes. And I literally took it out and it felt like I had put moisturizer on my skin. I mean, it's amazing what it does. It like takes the dead skin off of your body and you just naturally feel more moisturized because all that dry skin is gone. I mean, so just kind of echoing what Autumn said, if you have dermatitis, psoriasis, chronic skin issues, totally worth the investment.
For sure. Thank you. Okay, so we went through all of our jetting options here. Next set of questions is going to be heated seat. Your two options are going to be exclude or include. So do you want a heated seat and backrest on your bathtub? If you've already talked to me, you know my feelings on the heated seat. If you haven't talked to me yet, my opinion, I'll give it to you, I'm honest. My opinion on the heated seat is once your tub is filled, it becomes a redundancy. So if you're looking for an area to save a little bit of money on your bathtub build, then this would be a good place to try and save a little bit of money. Of course, it's a great option to have on the bathtub. If you're looking to fully load your bathtub, go ahead and add it on. But if you're looking for a way to save a little bit of money on your tub or on your project, it's a great place to potentially do it. Now, keep in mind with the heated seat, some feedback I've gotten from previous customers of ours on the heated seat is that it does not get as hot as they are expecting it to. And the reasoning behind that is because it needs to be ADA compliant, and some people are more prone to scalding than others. And while I can handle maybe a hotter temperature than, let's say, my grandpa or my dad can, and so they are a little more prone to scalding, so it can't get too hot, basically.
Yeah, I love that you guys, you know, the way it was explained to me about why there was a heated seat as an option versus standard was you guys designed your dual massage walk-in bathtub so that it could be put onto a single circuit in your home without two electrical circuits. and you had the choice. And I know this is all history for you, Autumn, but for everybody else, you guys had a choice. You could have an inline water heater to keep the water in your bathtub hot while you're using it, or add a heated seat. And with your bathtubs, being that they are acrylic, they're not fiberglass, they're not steel, they have a really good thermal retention, which means if you are in a 72-degree room and you go and sit on a steel bathtub or a fiberglass bathtub, it's going to feel very chilly. The acrylic bathtubs do not have that same drastic swing in temperature. In addition, because they retain their heat so well, while you're draining the bathtub, they're going to stay warm for 10, 15, 20 minutes after you're out of the bathtub. So it's going to be super warm while you're draining the tub. It's a beautiful thing to have the water heater instead of the heated seat, because now you can take a really long bath at a really nice hot temperature without the water cooling down. And truly, your heated seat is only giving you warmth for, in your guys' bathtubs, 2-3 minutes while the bathtub's filling up with water. Once you're covered by that hot water, you don't feel the heated seat anyway. So I like the way you guys set them up. And unless somebody really is sensitive to cold temperatures, like they're always needing a blanket, they got the heat in their home set to 78 all the time, do not do the heated seat. I mean, save the money, put it towards a beautiful wall surround or, something else. That would be my suggestion.
For sure. Thank you for elaborating on that too. So that's the heated seat. Next, you guys already know from the beginning of this video, door and drain position. And you'll either pick, do you want your door and drain on the left-hand side, which means your seat will be on the right, or do you want it on the right-hand side with your seat on the left? So you guys would make that determination in this box here. So let's go ahead and build out a bathtub, the Capri, the way I would want it, which is with hydro and air jets. No heated seat because I want to save money. We'll put the drain on the right-hand side only because I'm right-handed. And so you can see our price here is already populated with these selections. Now, your bathtub is going to come with a few different standard features. I want to make sure that we go over those together so you know what your tub is going to come with outside of these customized features. So first, majority of our walk-in bathtubs are going to come with the two 2-inch drains. Next, it's going to come with the LED lights. Those are not optional. As that tub guy just mentioned, our inline water heater. What that does is as you're using your water jets, your water is basically running through a heated pipe in the back of the bathtub, which helps keep your water temperature nice and consistently warm while you're soaking in your tub, so you don't have to worry about your water getting cold immediately. Next, it's going to come with an auto purge cycle. So once you use your bathtub, you drain it, you get out, within 15 minutes, your tub pumps are going to turn back on. Not the water, just the pumps are going to turn back on. And they're basically spitting out any water that's still sitting in the lines so that you don't have to worry about any mold or mildew buildup. Next, the tub is also going to come with an ozone generator, which also generates ozone into the lines to keep them sterile. Not sterile, sanitary.
Yeah, the ozone generator is awesome. Okay, yeah, real quick, the ozone generator, because I know in the past a lot of people have asked me about what they do. So it's two little plates that basically create a little bit of static electricity. It's so minimal, but that static electricity ends up actually breaking a molecule. So it's like it splits. An oxygen molecule is O2. So it splits it, gets super excited. And then these little oxygen molecules, because they're split, they want to attach to things. So what it does is there's a vacuum hose that comes out of this ozone generator. and it's sucking the ozone in with your whirlpool lines. And as that ozone circulates through, these ozone atoms, molecules, the ozone itself is attaching to all the organic matters such as bacteria, germs, things that could be in your water, causing them to settle out. So it keeps your water like exceptionally, like medically sanitary. So if you had an open wound, anything like that, if multiple people are using the bathtub, the whole family's using the tub, you know that it's always going to be clean. So it's just such a cool system. It's fairly simple, I mean, in the actual mechanics of what it does, but the fact that it's there and it's doing this and they put it on their bathtubs, I mean, it's so thoughtful, and it's really cool, and it's standard. It's going to be on your bathtub. So that was all. I just wanted to share that real quick.
Man, science.
Science.
Nerd.
That tub guy's
Nerd
science.
alert.
Nerd alert.
All
Tub
right.
nerd.
And then the other two things that are going to come standard with your order is going to be an end panel, which is basically going to be a panel that goes on the end of the bathtub here, so you no longer see, I don't think we're going to have a good picture of it, but you'll be able to hide all of the inner mechanics of your tub because nobody really wants that showing. So you're going to get one end panel just in case you need it. And you're also going to get an extension panel or a fill kit or a shelf. It's got a few different names. Extension panel that would be installed on the front side, right here, front side of your walk-in tub, or on the back side of your walk-in bathtub. And what it does is it basically adds on the necessary extension onto your tub to fill in your tub pocket. Because just like your standard bathtub is most likely 30 inches wide, majority of the time your tub is going to be 58 to 60 inches long. When you're installing a walk-in bathtub that's only 52 inches long, how are you going to close that gap so it looks nice and finished when we're done with it? That extension panel is what's going to give you that finished look. And I'm going to pull up a picture here too so you guys can see what we're talking about. So you can see here in this picture from this installation, this is the extension panel I was just talking about. And your contractor will cut it to fit your specific space. If you need all 8 inches, then you don't need to trim it down. But if you only need to fill in 4, 6 inches, then you've got the ability to do that. Your contractor will cut it to fit the space. So now your tub pocket looks nice and complete and finished and no weird gap between the wall and the edge of your bathtub.
Yeah, and I've checked your fill kits out. They're acrylic just like the bathtub, so your contractor doesn't have to be concerned about this fragile thing he's working with. You cut them with a grinder or a circular saw, measure twice, cut once, and you're in really good shape. They're awesome.
This is another really great picture of a fill kit. You can see it's the same exact color as the bathtub, so it looks like it's meant to be there, but it just takes the edge of the bathtub and extends it to close in the gap. I tell people all the time, go ahead and put some candles on there, use it for soap or shampoos or something for storage there. Rest your book on there if you're just relaxing in your tub. So use it for storage. What a great solution. We never have enough storage in our houses. And so now that we've gone over how to build the bathtub, what all comes with the bathtub, the final step is going to be accessories and add-ons. First, you can add on a stainless grab bar. Next, you can add on a set of our quad fold doors for the bathtub. I'd love for you guys to see these because they're very popular. Here's a great sample photo of the doors. When you're using your bathtub, it keeps the water inside the bathtub instead of splashing over onto your floor. When your tub is not in use, or if you're not splashing any water, it actually folds up like an accordion and pushes against the wall here. But if you're going to be using the shower feature on your tub, or if you're leaning against your jets and you're noticing water splashes over the edge or something like that, then this is a great option to add on to your walk-in bathtub.
The quad-fold shower doors, one, I'm pretty sure you guys are the only place that offers something like this. The alternative, of course, is using a curtain and curtain rod, which is what I did for years, but it doesn't look even close to as nice as these. The one thing you do want to verify, you're going to want to look at the height of your new walk-in bathtub and then the height of the quad-fold glass doors. You're going to want to add those two things together and make sure that your ceiling height is tall enough. There are some instances in older homes, or if you have a soffitted or lowered ceiling above the bathtub space, where you may not have clearance for these doors. In addition, putting these doors in, it's like it is super, super, simple. There is a U-channel, a track that goes on the wall with a handful of screws and silicone, and then the doors get mounted to that track. They get adjusted. There's a rubber sweep on the bottom. You just set them so that the rubber sweep is making nice even contact over the contours of the top deck of the bathtub, and then you screw it to the track. Everything's chrome and well built. So if you're going to be doing any showering or concerned about splash, I totally recommend them for both aesthetically and functionally and installation perspective.
Awesome. And then the next thing is the rain shower package. This is another thing that you can add on to your bathtub to customize it, especially if you plan to use your bathtub for a shower, if you plan to use your bathtub as a shower more frequently. Of course, your faucet is going to come with a hand shower here, so you are always going to have a shower capability with your walk-in bathtub without adding on the rain shower package. The rain shower package is just a way to take it up a notch when it comes to using your tub for showering as well. I always would do them together though. So if you can, I would do the rain shower and the quad fold doors at the same time.
Yeah, the rain shower is awesome. I love the way it looks too. I'm 6'2", and the rain shower is super adjustable, like height-wise, it articulates. I can very comfortably stand under your rain shower column, which again, in that household where, other people are going to be using this bathtub for a quick shower in the morning, rain shower is really making sure you're checking the boxes for everybody, shower and sit-down bather.
All right, next we've got the hand shower riser rail. So what this does is it installs on the wall by your bathtub, and you could tell your contractor where to mount it, but basically it holds your hand shower so that you don't have to hold it yourself. Let's see if this is a real picture of it.
Yeah, so we used to use these like all the time before there were any other options. This is basically, like, in my opinion, kind of the standard thing to do for folks who want to use their walk-in bathtub also as a stand-up shower. That riser rail, I mean, it works perfectly. You can take your hand shower right out of the bathtub, you sit it on this rail, and boom, you're taking a regular shower. So super affordable, super simple, and it totally checks all the boxes. You guys now have that rain shower column, so you've kind of got like the Cadillac option, and then kind of like the really nice, just less than that option with there's one right there. Yeah, perfect example. Super functional, super practical.
And then we've got just a couple more features that you can add on to your walk-in bathtub. Of course, you can add on aromatherapy. If we've already spoken, you know how I feel about aromatherapy. Great area to save a little bit of money on the project and use some aromatherapy candles, or get a little sachet to float in your water. If you want that therapeutic benefit, you can get it without spending the extra money on your bathtub. That's just my opinion. And then finally, the independent foot massage we talked about as a jetting option up here as hydro. You can actually add it onto your bathtub if you are doing hydro and air jets. You can add on the independent foot massage to your bathtub. This is going to be a very popular jetting package for a lot of people. Allows you to just fill up your bathtub to cover your calf jets and use your feet and calf jets independently instead of filling up and taking a full bath. If you've watched that Tub Guy's other videos, you'll know that we're running a little special on those right now. So if you want to add on this feature to your walk-in bathtub, great feature to add on and not have to sacrifice your air jets.
That's right. I'm covering the cost of the independent foot massage system. That was a really cool thing that we collaborated on, and definitely take advantage. There's a couple other options that you can do too, but independent foot massage is such a sweet upgrade for your walk-in bathtub, and we're going to waive the cost for you if you order it with TubToday. So we're taking care of that. Yeah, definitely a great option.
Yeah, so once you've got your bathtub built just like I have it here, what do you do next? Well, you can order your bathtub right through this website. It'll come to me, and I will get everything processed for you here in the office. Or the other option that you have, once you've figured out which bathtub you want, call me and I can place the order with you over the phone. That is going to be the most popular option. It gives us an opportunity to kind of review all of your selections. If you have any questions, I can answer those for you. And most importantly, it allows me to be able to apply any particular or any special discounts that we have going on at the time. So I highly encourage anybody who's ready to place their order, instead of doing it through our site, give me a call. Let's do it together over the phone.
Yeah, and I was messing around with this before we hopped on and made this video. And like the website, it's a good point you brought up. It does not reflect that Tub Guy discount that you're going to get. So totally make sure you give the TubToday folks a phone call, before you click order, to see if any discounts will apply to your bathtub. Also, I'll throw out there, big difference, you're on a website building out a bathtub, which may remind you of shopping on Wayfair or Home Depot or Google. But the big difference is call those places and start asking them questions about your bathtub. This is a very specific product. It's very niche, and nobody else is going to be able to walk you through all the nuts and bolts and details like Autumn and the folks at TubToday are going to be able to do. So use this website as a resource. Do all your due diligence, do everything I recommended, but ultimately, make sure you give Autumn a call and talk to her about what you're thinking. Make sure your order is perfect, and then Autumn will direct you. Maybe it'll be an order through the website, maybe right through her. I don't know that process, but make sure you call her because it's a resource you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, and a popular question that I get that I want to make sure I include in this video is how long it takes from the day you place your order until you receive your bathtub. And I'm going to say that it's going to take about 2 weeks maximum. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer. I've had 1 or 2 scenarios where it's just past that 2-week point. But for the most part, everybody receives their bathtub within 2 weeks of placing your order. So it ships really quickly, gives you plenty of time to coordinate with your contractor. So I want to make sure that I bring that up on this video. And then something else that we have prepared that we'd love to share with you, and just let me know if you need it or not, is our contractor guide. It is a cheat sheet on hiring a contractor. So if you don't have a relationship with a contractor already, let me know and I can send you this guide that we put together and kind of walk you through how I would find a contractor. So feel free to utilize us as a resource, or if you're getting, we always recommend 2 to 3 quotes. That's what I tell my parents to do. That's what I do. 2 to 3 quotes for installation for anything in your home, especially in your bathroom. Feel free to send them over to us. If you feel like maybe you're being overcharged somewhere, feel free to let us know, and we're more than happy to give you our opinion.
Yeah, that's awesome. I checked out your contractor guide, and I mean, you guys did such a nice job. It's simple. You know, folks who haven't been through a home renovation before, or it's been a long time since you have, you're kind of, like you said, you're not used to talking to contractors, feel intimidated. Your guide was short, to the point, and it even gave the questions that you should ask right over the phone before you even invite a contractor out. It shows you how to search for the right contractor, what to look for, what questions to ask. If you use their contractor guide, I mean, you're going to be able to sit down in an hour one afternoon, schedule the right quotes, get them all done in the same day or within a couple of days. Sit down, make a decision, who you're hiring. I mean, it's very all-inclusive, this guide. So this TubToday, they're like holding your hand right through the entire process. Don't be intimidated by anything.
So I hope you guys found this video super helpful and walks you through how to find which models of walk-in bathtubs might be best for you, what the heck is going on with all the different features, how to customize your bathtub so it's perfect for you. So I hope you guys found this video super helpful. We did put together an email campaign as well, where we send out some emails here and there. I usually do it about 10 to 14 days apart. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I send out if we release a new video or just some helpful information while you're looking for a walk-in bathtub. If you want to join my email list, just shoot me a text message with your name and your email, and I can get you added to it. My phone number here is 630-877-4294. And then I also want to end this video with a shout out to a few of my clients here. First, the Palisano family. Thank you so much for the inspiration to do this video. It was because of you guys that this came to me to get this done. But I also want to do a shout out to Becky, who ordered a tub from us, sent us a great review today with her mom using her tub. The water's coming out of the faucet, looks like a fire hose filling up this tub. Her mom loves the bathtub. She looks so cute in it, and they're just loving everything about it. So that was such great feedback to receive today. Also, Mark Joy, I've loved talking to him as well. He's been looking at doing this project for about 15 years, I think now, and he finally pulled the trigger to get it done. He knew he wanted to order a tub through us, and now is just the perfect time for him to get it done. Bob Kuhn, so great to work with. We've been working really closely with him as well as he's navigating using his bathtub. The Young family, we're so excited to install your tub. So cool. So thank you guys so much for reaching out and allowing me to walk you through this journey, and I look forward to working with everybody else.
I agree. It totally went perfect. And Autumn, once again, thank you so much. I loved the end of that video. It was so nice to hear all of these different folks, and that, you know, you gave that shout out. I mean, it like really makes me remember why we are all in this business to begin with. I mean, these bathtubs are completely life-changing. So, I mean, if you've been hesitating or whatever, just thinking about it, you definitely have the right lady here. She's ready to help. So Tub Today's number, 630-877-4294. Website, tubtoday.com. There's other website, walkintubusa.com. And what an amazing video. Thank you so much, Autumn. If you ever want to do another one, I'm all about it. Thanks again. Like and subscribe.
Yay! That was awesome.